What it do? Welcome to the crew. Go ahead and make it do what it do and make sure that like button blue. It's your boy Kidstacz coming back, and ladies and gentlemen, I know I've been gone for the past couple of days, but listen, y'all know how it is being a parent working a full-time job, man. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been under a rock, you haven't been keeping up with the latest Nintendo Switch 2 news, don't worry, I got you. Other than the price being extremely high, well, not necessarily for the Nintendo Switch, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of cool on the price. If it's a little bit higher, then maybe like, but I'm still gonna get it regardless. I'm not gonna hold y'all. That $80-$90 games though, I'm not looking forward to that, bro. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking about, like raising the price that high, bro. But listen, my man Doug Bowser, apparently he know the method to the madness. I paid attention to an interview that we're gonna go over here today that he talked about that kind of justifies the reasoning for the games. But we're gonna get into all that. But you already know the vibes, man. If you love the content here, make sure you guys hit that like button, comment, subscribe. If you want more videos like this, man, let your boy know down in the comment. You already know the vibes, man. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now, first things first, we got President Donald Trump announcing a 3-month pause on tariffs. Now, if y'all have not known or been under a rock about this, there are supposed tariffs that are going around, you know, for all countries, obviously importing goods over to the US. They're getting a certain percent tax on the goods that are sent to America. One of those countries where the Nintendo Switch 2 was being manufactured happened to be Vietnam. Vietnam had a 46% tax tariff, which means it was going to take our $450 Nintendo Switch 2 and more than likely make it a $540 to $550 Nintendo Switch 2. Huge difference. If y'all haven't been paying attention, they put a pause on the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders. We were supposed to be able to pre-order it on April 9th, but they had to draw back on that. They did the same thing with Canada. They took it away. Nobody can pre-order it. Now that we got Donald Trump putting a pause on the tariffs, we may at some point, I'm not sure when, be able to pre-order these systems. I say all that to say this. That is a big relief for everybody that want to get their hands on the system. I know at a higher price, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'd rather pay $450 than $550. That's just me. I can understand how some people are mad and upset that the system is not $400 even, because obviously in Japan they have to pay a certain amount of yen, which equivalates to around $324 American. I think I read somewhere. Yeah, I'll probably look it up online. But these tariff pauses is gonna make it easier for them to ship more systems, which in turn is gonna put more systems in your hand. Now here, CNBC did an interview with Mr. Doug Bowser, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. A lot of the things they kind of talked about, it gave you a good little bit of news, and then some of it, I mean, it kind of, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of cringe-worthy listen to, you know, him explain the reasoning behind some of the pricing and stuff like that. But listen, I ain't here to judge. I'm not here to throw, you know, pitchforks or anything. I'm just here to listen. Let's go ahead and check this out.
A lot of excitement about this one. I do want to talk a little bit about just kind of the life cycle of these consoles. It's been 8 years since the Switch came. The Switch came off of a kind of disappointing console, the Wii U, which came off of, we know how the cycle has been going. I guess the question now is, with the Switch 2, how do you avoid that trap again? What makes the Switch 2 a worthwhile upgrade so you don't kind of fall into that Wii U moment again?
Yeah, I think of a lot of it is happening behind us right now. And really for us,
now I'm gonna pause right there. I like how he threw in the, hopefully we don't repeat the same stuff with going from Wii to Wii U, from Switch to Switch 2. Like, let's hope we don't repeat the same thing, the same stuff that we had issues with the Wii U. Obviously this is not a Wii U situation. The Wii U was definitely not, it wasn't the best system. I actually own a Wii U amongst people that probably did not, but yeah, let's just hope that's not a Wii U situation.
It's about creating that next generation of you know, gaming platforms for us and doing it in a way that really enhances the overall gameplay for consumers. And with Switch 2, we've taken the things that you know and love about Nintendo Switch, but then added very powerful gameplay features and social features. So it's that understanding of your past and your legacy and what worked well, and then how can you supplement that with improved features, improved interaction, to create what we've created today, which is Switch 2.
One thing that I will give them props on, right? If we gonna talk bad on them, we gotta give them props too. They did not invent chat. They did not invent game chat. But however, they did improve on the system. Progress is progress, regardless of how you look at it. If you got a 90 on a test and then you increase, hey, that's a good increase, right? You went from a 90 to a 91, 92, 95, 97. Who cares? Progress is progress, right? That goes to say, if they're trying to justify the price based off of, hey, we added game chat, hey, we added this, we added that, we had like these little gimmicks and stuff. Cool, whatever. Their price is their price. I'm not gonna sit here and play devil's advocate. I'm not here for that, right? But the one thing that I can vouch for is the fact that we got 4K finally. Now listen, I get it, but we've been had 4K before on other games. I get it. We're talking about Nintendo Switch, man. Nintendo Switch, they gave us a 4K ability system. They're giving us a 1080p screen with 120 hertz. I can't even be mad at HDR. I can't be mad at that. Like, you can hate on Nintendo all day and you're entitled to that, but you got to give props where props to do. The screen looks good. I mean, I'm cool with the 120 hertz. I'm down to see what we can do with that. The 1080 screen instead of 720, I'm cool with that. I mean, I would have liked the OLED, but hey, whatever. I get it. Can cut down on the price a little bit. So me personally, I'm not too mad at it, but I can understand and respect other people that are mad at it.
Can you just talk a little bit about the improvements we're going to see for these gameplay on a technical level? What can you achieve now as a developer on the Switch 2 that you maybe couldn't have done on the Switch 1?
Yeah, so there's a few features that I'll call out. First of all, the new and improved Joy-Con, really redesigned from the ground up. And the Joy-Con 2, which are the controllers that you have either when it's on the device or when you disconnect, when you're in a docking mode, we've designed from the ground up the control sticks. We've increased the size of the shoulder buttons. We've improved the overall feedback and rumble that you feel when you're playing the game.
Price is a big issue here. Everyone's talking about it. It's $150 more than the original.
This is what we here for.
Can you talk a little bit about why we're seeing such a big price increase versus the previous generation?
So I think it boils down to a couple of things. First of all, the hardware unit itself, which has a lot of improved features, from some of the things I talked about earlier with the Joy-Con 2, also to the LCD screen that is much larger and much deeper and richer. And then there's the CPU and GPU processing power that allows for much deeper game development, and I think an ability to bring even more developers onto the platform. And then laid on top of that is the social features that we haven't talked about, but Game Chat is this unique feature that lays on top of any game that you play. With the push of one button, seamlessly you can connect with your friends, you can chat with them via audio, or with 4 of them, you can have them on a video camera and have this opportunity to interact and talk about the games you're playing.
Now we're sitting.
Now, I will chime in here, right? The previous features he mentioned, cool, I'm all aboard for that. I'm all on for that, right? But then he started mentioning the chat stuff. We've already had chat before. It's just Nintendo Switch first time getting the implementation of chat. Is that a justification reason as why the price got high? Or are you just saying, hey, we got chat now? Because what he was asking for was prices, but then you kind of squeeze that in there like, yeah, we got all these nice features. Hey, and we added chat, by the way. Just so you know, we added chat. I don't know.
On April 2nd, it just so happens as we're recording this, the President of the United States right now is announcing his tariffs. You and so many other executives are pulling their hair out, trying to figure out, how do I price my products? How did that come into play as you're deciding how to price the Switch 2 here in the United States?
Pay attention.
As we price the Switch 2, the price we announced today of $449 for the single SKU, we didn't consider tariffs into that equation. We felt that that was going to be the right price point for our consumers and the right value proposition, if you will, for the device that we're creating. A lot of news today. We're still all trying to really understand it better and understand what possible impacts, may rise from that. But nothing I can really add to, today's discussion around pricing.
So basically what he's saying is, hey, look, tough shit. Yeah, that's basically what he said. Like, hey, look, our price is our price. It has nothing to do with tariffs. Hey, I'm sorry, I can't help you there, buddy. I mean, I don't know, man. That's a sticky situation, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Nintendo's gonna charge what they're gonna charge, bro. That's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. Either you gonna buy it or you're not. That's literally what it boils down to. You're gonna buy the system, you're not gonna buy the system. No, that doesn't go to say that they're not greedy. That doesn't go to say that they're not wanting to milk people's wallets dry. Obviously, that's the case, right? One thing I am gonna say is that one game that's supposed to be a pack-in at Welcome Tour, now that's straight BS, bro. They straight up can just release that with the system. Like, I was kind of excited, like, oh, I might check it out. If it's like $5, I may get it. But then I thought on it, I was like, you know what? Even if it's $5, I don't even know if I'm gonna get that, bro. I'm gonna spend $5 on what? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I done spent $5 on stuff that I you know, that's useless, that I don't even touch or use or whatever, right? We all spend money on things that we don't even really mess with like that, right? But at the same time, like something gaming wise though, bro, I'm not gonna spend $5 on something that I'm not even gonna touch or use. Like, what's the point? I can save that $5 for something else useless that I don't want to put my hands on. I'm not spending $5 on that. Well, even though it's not 5, it's 10. But y'all get what I'm saying. Hey, it's crazy work, crazy work.
And typically consoles lose money, but you make them up not on the hardware, but you make it up on the software. Is that kind of the idea with this as well?
Well, I would say that we all are trying to find a way to maintain, if you will, margins on the hardware, even though they may be more slim
$50 less than a PS5, y'all.
But yeah, the whole proposition, really, the value add proposition.
It's crazy when you look at it. When you look at it that way,
we want to keep consumers engaged. We want to make sure that they're seeing the value in their investment in one of our devices. So we're ensuring that we always have gameplay experiences and a regular cadence of gameplay experiences that allows them to come in, purchase, you know, try, play a game, purchase the next game, and really stay engaged with the device over time. And that's part of the success we had with the Nintendo Switch.
I think that's one thing people miss out a lot is the value you get out of games. You might go to the movies, pay $30 or whatever for one outing at the movies, but that's a 2-hour experience, whereas this, hundreds of hours, right? for paying it.
Absolutely, and if we use the Nintendo Switch as an example, we've installed over 150 million units of Nintendo Switch over its lifetime worldwide. Last year, 129 million of those devices were still active. So that's really what's important. We want to make sure consumers see that value and that we're always providing them with new gameplay experiences and other experiences that'll keep them engaged on the platform.
Now, let's talk about the games.
Yep.
Behind us, we have the new
this is
Mario
what we
Kart World
needed.
game
This is
going
what
on.
we was here for,
Now,
right
I know
here.
you're bundling that with the console as a digital download. That it's a $50.
$100.
But if you buy the game itself, this got a lot of attention. I don't know if you've
$80,
seen.
man.
$80. That's a lot for a game.
That's
I know
a lot.
Nintendo charges. And then we look at the Donkey Kong game that's coming out about a month later. It's $70. Can you talk a little bit about how the gaming pricing strategy is $80?
Yeah, I gotta hear
the
this.
Benchmark for a AAA game.
Let's hear it.
Nintendo,
What you
should we
got?
be expecting in the Switch 2 generation as far as how much we're going to be spending on these games?
Yeah, I would say that we're not really looking to establish a benchmark for pricing. We look at every game and every experience and determine what we believe is the right price point based on that experience. You've had a chance to play Mario Kart World and see how deeply immersive it is and how fun it is. And we haven't shown everything yet. We still have a Mario Kart World Direct that'll be coming.
Hey, that's what we looking forward to. It better
So we
blow
believe
me
based
away.
on the depth and breadth of the play and the repeatability of the play over time, the pricing that we announced is the right pricing. But again, other games like you mentioned, Donkey Kong Bonanza, it's going to be at a $70 price point because that is what we feel is the right price point for that particular gaming experience.
Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all. He justified why he felt like Mario Kart was $80 because of the replayability, right? Are you saying Donkey Kong Bonanza is not gonna have replayability? If you ask me, I feel like Donkey Kong Bonanza has way more replayability than Mario Kart. Now, obviously Mario Kart, you can continuously play with your friends online, stuff like that, find new ways and stuff, right? But you can do the same thing with Donkey Kong Bonanza. You can go through like a clean playthrough. You can go through a playthrough where you're destroying the whole world. Like, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be multiple things. Like, there's so much Donkey Kong Bonanza we have not seen yet. Why is this not an $80 game? You said you justified the reason for Mario Kart being $80 because of the amount of stuff you can do in that game. You didn't really go into detail why you said Donkey Kong is $70. Oh, we just felt that that's a great value for it. Are you saying that Donkey Kong Bonanza is not as good? Where's our thin line here that we draw? We're trying to understand the value of the games that we play. So are you telling me that games that are higher priced than another are more valuable? So when you bring out a Legend of Zelda, because I know how y'all value Zelda, you bring out a brand new open world adventure Legend of Zelda game. But is that gonna be 80? Is that gonna be 90? Hell, is that gonna be 100? I mean, listen, if that's how they're going off of their game and they don't have a set price, it sounds to me like they can set the price to whatever the heck they feel like. If we feel like asking for $120, well, guess what? Look like you need to dig out that piggy bank and go a couple of weeks of adding up that check, because we gonna get that 120 up out of you. Like, that's pretty much how that's seeming, bro. Like, it's crazy to me. But hey, at the end of the day, it's a lot. It's a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. It is a lot of money. I'm gonna end up getting the bundle because I don't want to pay the $80. 70 is steep too, but I was already paying for $70 games with PS5, so I'm not really like, that's not really too much. Whatever. It's $80 though, bro. Ew. Bro, I was barely even looking at games that had like the special editions or the deluxe with the $90 package for some of the games that you buy, like the deluxe package for like $100 or something. Like, sheesh. Let alone like a Mario game for 80 to 90 bucks. Or I can only imagine what they gonna charge for the brand new 3D Mario when that drop. Is that gonna be the first ever Nintendo game that's $100? You know, Mario, like, they stay, I ain't gonna lie, just based off of what they're saying, if Mario Kart is that game, right, I'm assuming $80 like their peak. That's as high as they're gonna go. So the next 3D Mario, oh, this is gonna be the game, guys. This is gonna be $85. You gotta add the extra $5. That's pretty much it. Pretty much, I just want to go over the prices and stuff and what they kind of said on that. In my opinion, is it a lot? Yes. At the end of the day, you can either hate it, love it, buy it, don't buy it. At the end of the day, live your life, do what's best for you and your family and your pocket. Don't let anybody tell you you can't buy it. Don't let anybody make you feel like you shouldn't buy it. If you feel like you want to buy it, then buy it. If you don't want to buy it, you want to boycott it, then hey, damn it, get your signs ready, because you're gonna need it. I don't think Nintendo cares, but unfortunately, this is just the way it's gonna be. I don't see them lowering the price. If they do, hey, I'll be cool with it. I'm okay with it. They lower the price, I'm with it. They don't lower the price, there's really nothing really you can do about it. What can you do? The only thing you can do about it that won't do anything about it is just not buy the system and buy the game. But obviously, me, myself, and I will be buying a Nintendo Switch. I will be buying Donkey Kong Bonanza when it come out, because I'm obviously gonna get the bundle, so I don't have to worry about getting Mario Kart. Man, I don't know. But anyways, man, that's my little TED talk on that, man. I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. Remember, if you guys like the content, make sure you guys hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Be on the lookout for these Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders, man, because apparently now that Trump paused the tariffs, we could be getting these pre-orders at any time. Be on the lookout, man. Make sure y'all get y'all Nintendo Switch 2 if y'all want it. But until then, man, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. This your boy Kidstacz, we about. Peace.